guys, today I'm just doing something different. I think I've been inspired by this picture that was taken 19 years ago. Gosh, that just shows my age, doesn't it? 2019 was for me to relax a bit more, de-stress, detox, eat well, and just put myself in that positive place. So I have got my recipe, and I think I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, and you guys wanted to know. Now, please bear in mind that before you follow any of these recipes, because this is my weight loss journey, before you follow any of this, please consult your dietitian or a doctor, because you might be on the same medications that might conflict with some of the benefits of these ingredients. So yes, before you even start it, as I said, just ask or do your research as well. Now, they're all natural ingredients, absolutely, and that's what I use. But as I said, disclaimer, this works for me, might not necessarily work for you, but it works for me perfectly fine. And I have shed a few kilos here and there. So yeah, anyway, I think weight loss for me, it's more about a mental state and of course physically looking great. Not discuss weight loss without feeling great about yourself. And before you start any weight loss journey, I just think that you need to get your mental state in a better place, because you need to love yourself, you need to appreciate yourself, understand yourself, have that relationship with yourself, knowing that, look, I'm not happy with this, and if you're not happy with that, do something about it. If you're happy the way you are, there's no need. Absolutely. You don't just do things for the sake of doing it. It's so important. I think each time when I do sign off on my videos, I always say, if you're going to change for yourself. Because you have to have that better relationship with yourself to be able to have that great relationship with everybody else. Inspired by a picture that I took 19 years ago, I decided to have a lifestyle change. So this is what it's about. So before you start any weight loss program or anything, you need to detox, because over the years you've eaten and some of the food have not been digested properly, and it's stuck in your intestines and causing you a lot of problems. So detoxing is important, and I think that most of our dishes are more on the sweeter side, that it lacks any bitterness. Because of that, body is not detoxing as much as it should. And of course, if one introduces that sort of bitter flavor, bitter taste into their diets, then it means that naturally your body will detox. So it's important to eat healthily, because if you eat the right things, it means that your body will just detox naturally, and then you don't need to go through this process. But of course, if you've been naughty as much as I have, then yes, you do. Now, Swedish bitters was introduced to me when I was quite young. I remember one of our aunties, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and was given 6 months to live. I mean, she lived for another 12 years before she passed on, bless her soul, and decayed. And Swedish bitters was then introduced into the family, which meant every Saturday morning we had to have a tablespoonful of this. It was so bitter. It wasn't something that anybody looked forward to, because it meant that you had to visit the dirty throat often. Oh, gosh. And so you can imagine if you've got about 2 or 3 people chasing after the dirty throat. Oh no. Anyway, back to this. I know, I'm a bit like that. Anyway, so now with Swedish bitters, it's all made out of natural ingredients. But definitely if you're pregnant or lactating, you shouldn't try it. It's best to seek your dietitian's opinion or your doctor's opinion before you even try it. I've had this since I was a child, so it's part of me, and so definitely works for me. But it might not necessarily work for you. But as I say, it definitely can work for you, but you need to seek medical assistance before you do so. Just in case you're on any medication that, sort of conflicts with the nutrients that this has. So yeah. So once you take that, it detoxes you. Now, bear in mind, it's best to do this on a Friday night. So you have to actually dedicate a weekend to it, because if it's the first time you ever taste this, you are going to visit the dirty throat. But it's a good experience, I'd say, because you feel better after that. So as I mentioned before, if this is your first time of taking Swedish bitters, it's best to take 1 tablespoonful each day. You can have it in its raw form, which of course, if it's your first experience, is the best option, because yes, you will have that free bowel movement, and then you can introduce some more nutrients into your body. Alternatively, you can mix it with a little bit of water. just to introduce yourself slowly because it is quite bitter. What I tend to do, because of the bitterness, I just have it as a drink. So I have it just like as a warm tea in the morning, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and it detoxes me. Now, due to my lifestyle, it's best for me to have Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings to have my Swedish bitters. Now, when it's Monday to Fridays, I prefer to have it at 8 p.m. each night. That suits my lifestyle. Definitely, this would definitely detox you, and you will be surprised as to, how much that comes out. But yeah, once you do that, you need to drink loads of water as well, because just to allow it, because it activates your bowel and all the organs that would help with your digestive system. So you have a better digestive system, which means that it gets rid of all the toxins that underline in your belly. Yes, all the bad stuff, it all comes out. And then it means you can introduce some good stuff to it. Exactly what this whole process is about. So in the morning, you're feeling free and feeling good. Now I can introduce some vitamins and some nutrients into my body. And now I introduce into my body this great antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory drink or shot, may I say, which has a turmeric base. So this is where I go for my ginger, turmeric, my fresh turmeric, some lime or lemon juice, and a little bit of freshly squeezed orange juice. So you can see this is like vitamin C packed. Now with turmeric, it's actually good with something called curcumin, which helps fight cancer and stuff like that. But too much of turmeric can also make you bleed. So I just use it intermittently. So I'll just use it twice a week. Half the time I'll just use my ginger, my lime or lemon and orange juice as a mixture, and just enjoy it as I go, just to get that vitamin C infusion into my body. And more so, sometimes I do add kale, which actually makes it much better, and I've got a recipe for that in one of my previous videos, and I think I'll leave a link there. It's just a short video that you can watch. So I'll show you how to do that. It's nice and spicy and it's just great. So here I go again with my big sleeve palaver. Let me pull this all the way out. Right. So I've already washed my ginger, and I like to keep the skin on my ginger on as well, because it's also packed with some nutrients. So this is like spicy and just beautiful. Now the thing about turmeric is, as I said, it has this curcumin nutrient that helps fight cancer. However, the body finds it difficult to absorb it. So it is best to add some black peppercorns, and that helps for your body to absorb that. So I've added my orange juice and then my water, which is just lukewarm water. I'm going to get my black peppercorns. Just grate a few. There we go. Now let's go and blend this bad girl. So after detoxing, the next thing is to heal your body from within. So of course, the turmeric, as I mentioned with the curcumin, it's a great antioxidant and also a great anti-inflammatory. Reason is, what it does is it actually fights against any free radicals in your body and oxidates your body. The vitamin C, which is the inclusion of the orange juice and the lime or lemon juice, also boost your immune system. So it means that you're healing your body from within, and you definitely will see the results outside. You have the option of including not more than half a teaspoonful of honey to your mixture, and mix everything together, because of course you've strained it and you can refrigerate it. Now what I tend to do is, when I'm about to have it, I squeeze the juice of half a lime or lemon to it, and it's so refreshing. It's a nice flavored shot, may I say. And yes, enjoy it just after you finish your detox, and that just replenishes your body and you feel more energetic, may I say. Now, the third thing that I do is intermittent fasting. Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to talk about that next. The detoxing and replenishing, your body with that beautiful shot. Intermittent fasting is also important. So once you eat whether it's your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, once you eat, you need to leave some time for your body to actually break down what you've eaten and also excrete it as well before you have the next one. So what intermittent fasting does is it allows, or it gives your body that time to absorb all the nutrients and get rid of any toxins or anything naturally. So that's exactly what happens. Now you need to choose the time that you want to do your intermittent fasting. It's what suits your lifestyle. I've combined this with intermittent fasting, and because you detox, what I then do is after detoxing, I have my vitamin C, which repairs my cells and everything, and then I naturally crave for what my body requires. And because of detox, it means that what I eat, the nutrients are absorbed quickly into my system. So what I tend to do is 8 p.m. is my cutoff point, and I do have my glass of warm Swedish bitter juice before I go to bed. So when I do wake up, I do have my free bowel movement, and then I will have a shot of my turmeric power shot. So that replenishes me anyway. Then I can have my heavy meals between the hours of 12 to 8 p.m. and I just follow that. So yes, it means 8 p.m. is my cutoff point, and 16 hours left, which of course 8 hours of it or 9 hours of it is me sleeping, allows my body to digest what I've had for the day. And then it means that, yes, I continue with that process, and it makes me feel good, actually. But don't forget to drink loads of water as well, and you will find more recipes on my blog and YouTube channel as well. So Saturdays and Sundays, I choose to have my Swedish bitters first thing in the morning, and then I eat between the hours of 11 to 7 p.m. because I am filming. This is more of a lifestyle change. Following this process till the end of January, and thereafter each month I do it for a week in each month. If you're finding yourself in a situation that doesn't make you happy or doesn't allow you to put your best foot forward, then you can't keep doing exactly the same thing you've been doing. You'd have to do something different to achieve a different result. The thing about this process is I'm now craving for just beautiful, healthy dishes. So of course that's going to reflect in most of my recipes that will be coming up. But yeah, I hope you are inspired to try these recipes. But as I said, do seek medical attention before you do so. I'd leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog Ndudu by Fafa.blogspot.com. Yeah, thank you very much for watching.